Imagine buying a luxury machine for $20 million, only to discover that paying for it was actually the cheapest part. Every year, it quietly drains millions more from your bank account, whether you fly it every day or leave it sitting in a hangar. Many people dream about owning a private jet because it represents success, freedom, and luxury. But behind that glamorous lifestyle is a long list of expenses that most people never hear about. The purchase price is only the beginning. Today, we're going behind the scenes to uncover the hidden costs of owning a private jet in the United States. And by the end of this video, you may never look at private aviation the same way again. Welcome to Raymap's Profit Lab, where we explore the numbers behind luxury, wealth, business, and expensive lifestyles. If you enjoy learning how money really works, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss our future videos. Now let's begin. When people think about buying a private jet, the first question that usually comes to mind is, how much does the jet cost? The answer depends on the size and capability of the aircraft. A small light jet, such as one designed for short business trips, can cost between $3 million and $10 million if purchased new. These aircraft normally carry between 6 and 8 passengers and are ideal for flights lasting 2 to 3 hours. If you move up to a mid-size business jet, the price increases dramatically. These aircraft usually cost between $10 million and $25 million. They fly farther, carry more passengers, and offer greater comfort. Then there are large, ultra-long-range business jets. These are the aircraft often used by billionaires, Fortune 500 executives, and celebrities. They can fly from New York to Tokyo or Los Angeles to London without stopping. Buying one of these can easily cost between $50 million and $80 million, while the newest flagship models can exceed $90 million before adding custom interiors. Many buyers also spend hundreds of thousands or even millions customizing the cabin. They install premium leather seats, handcrafted with finishes, satellite internet, advanced entertainment systems, luxury bathrooms, and full kitchens. Some even include private bedrooms and showers. Depending on the level of customization, the interior alone can cost $1 million to $10 million. However, buying the aircraft is only the first expense. Once the jet is delivered, the real spending begins. One of the first ongoing costs is storing the aircraft. A private jet cannot simply be parked anywhere. It needs a secure hangar that protects it from weather, dust, birds, and other hazards. In the United States, hangar rental prices vary greatly depending on the airport. At smaller regional airports, owners might pay around $2,000 per month. At busy airports near cities like New York, Los Angeles, Miami, or Chicago, the monthly cost can easily reach $10,000 to $30,000. That means just parking the aircraft can cost anywhere from $24,000 to well over $300,000 every year. Even while sitting inside a hangar, the jet continues costing money. Batteries must be maintained. Tires require inspection. Sensitive electronic systems need regular testing. Air conditioning and humidity control help preserve the interior. The aircraft cannot simply sit and used for years like a family car. Then comes insurance. Insurance for a private jet is very different from car insurance because the financial risk is much higher. A single aircraft may be worth tens of millions of dollars, and it also carries passengers whose safety must be protected. For a smaller private jet, annual insurance premiums often range from $20,000 to $60,000. For larger aircraft valued above $50 million, annual insurance can easily exceed $200,000, depending on the owner's flying history, pilot qualifications, and the type of operations. Another major expense is maintenance. Unlike ordinary vehicles, aircraft are maintained according to strict federal regulations. Every component has a schedule for inspection or replacement, regardless of whether it appears broken. Some inspections happen after a certain number of flight hours. Others are required every few months. Some major inspections require the aircraft to be completely dismantled so technicians can examine hidden structural parts for cracks, corrosion, or fatigue. These inspections are expensive. Routine annual maintenance often costs between $200,000 and $500,000. Major inspections can easily cost more than $1 million, especially for larger aircraft. And maintenance does not wait until something fails. Even if a jet flies only a few times a year, many inspections are still legally required. The engines are another enormous expense. Modern business jets use highly advanced turbine engines designed for reliability and performance. They are incredibly powerful, but maintaining them is extremely expensive. Eventually, every engine reaches the point where it must undergo a complete overhaul. An engine overhaul is essentially rebuilding the engine using certified components and extensive testing. Depending on the engine model, a single overhaul may cost between $2 million and $5 million. Since most business jets have two engines, owners could eventually spend $4 million to $10 million just for storing engine performance. Because of these enormous repair bills, many owners enroll in engine maintenance programs. Instead of paying one huge bill in the future, they pay a fixed amount every flight hour into a maintenance fund. Although this spreads the cost over time, it still represents another major ongoing expense. Then there is fuel. Business jets burn fuel at astonishing rates. A light jet may consume around 150 gallons every hour. A large long-range jet may burn 400 to 500 gallons every hour, depending on speed and weather conditions. If aviation fuel costs approximately $6 to $8 per gallon, a single hour of flight can require $1,000 to more than $3,500 worth of fuel. Now, imagine flying 400 hours each year. Fuel expenses alone can easily reach $500,000 to well over $1 million annually, depending on the aircraft. And surprisingly, fuel is only one part of the cost of actually flying. Every flight also generates landing fees, airport handling charges, navigation fees, parking fees at destination airports, and other operational expenses. By the time the wheels touch the runway, the bill has already grown far beyond what most people imagine. Owning the aircraft is only one side of the story. The people who operate it are another major expense. Unlike driving a luxury car, a private jet cannot simply be started whenever the owner feels like taking a trip. Every flight depends on a highly trained team of professionals. Let's begin with the pilots. Most business jets require 2 qualified pilots. They must hold commercial pilot licenses, complete specialized training for that specific aircraft model, and regularly pass simulator tests to maintain their certification. In the United States, the captain of a business jet often earns between $180,000 and $350,000 per year, depending on experience and the size of the aircraft. The first officer, or co-pilot, may earn between $100,000 and $220,000 per year. That means pilot salaries alone can easily total $300,000 to more than $500,000 every year. But salaries are only part of the cost. Pilots receive benefits such as health insurance, retirement contributions, travel expenses, hotel accommodations during overnight trips, and paid recurrent training. Every year, they attend simulator training that can cost $20,000 to $40,000 per pilot. For 2 pilots, annual training expenses alone may exceed $80,000. Many larger private jets also carry a flight attendant. Their role is much more than serving meals. They are trained in emergency procedures, first aid, passenger safety, and operating specialized equipment on board. A corporate flight attendant in the United States may earn between $80,000 and $180,000 per year, depending on experience and travel demands. Now, consider the total payroll. Between 2 pilots, a flight attendant, employee benefits, training, and travel costs, staffing a private jet can easily cost $500,000 to more than $800,000 every year. And that's before the aircraft even leaves the ground. Another expense many people never think about is management. Some owners operate the aircraft themselves, but many hire a professional aircraft management company. These companies handle scheduling, maintenance coordination, hiring crew members, regulatory compliance, accounting, insurance, and flight planning. Management fees commonly range from $100,000 to more than $300,000 annually, depending on the services provided. For wealthy owners, paying a management company is often worth it because operating an aircraft is almost like running a small business. And there are airport fees. Every time a private jet lands at an airport, the owner pays various charges. Landing fees vary depending on the airport and aircraft weight. At smaller airports, the fee may be only a few $100s. At major international airports, landing fees can exceed $2,000 for a single arrival. After landing, the aircraft usually requires ground handling. Workers guide the aircraft into position, unload baggage, connect electrical power, provide fuel services, and prepare the aircraft for departure. Flying outside the United States introduces customs processing, international permits, overflight charges, and airport taxes imposed by different countries. A single international trip can add several $1,000s in extra operating costs before passengers even arrive at their destination. Catering is another hidden expense. Passengers on private jets expect high-quality meals. Instead of ordinary airport food, many flights serve restaurant-quality dishes prepared by luxury catering companies. A simple domestic flight with sandwiches and drinks may cost only a few $100s. But international flights often include gourmet meals, premium desserts, imported beverages, and personalized menus. Luxury catering for one flight can easily cost $2,000 to $10,000, depending on the passenger's requests. Some aircraft owners even request meals from famous restaurants in New York, Los Angeles, or Las Vegas before departure. Those special requests increase costs even further. Technology is another ongoing investment. Modern business travelers expect reliable internet throughout the flight. Installing satellite communication equipment can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. Maintaining that connection requires monthly subscription plans that can cost several $1,000s. Cabin entertainment systems, navigation software, weather updates, and cockpit databases also require regular updates and licensing fees. These are recurring expenses that continue year after year. Cleaning may sound like a small cost, but maintaining a luxury aircraft is nothing like washing a family car. The interior contains expensive leather, polished wood, delicate electronics, and custom materials that require specialized cleaning. The exterior must also be washed carefully to protect the aircraft's paint and prevent corrosion. Professional detailing after certain flights can cost several $1,000s. Owners also periodically repaint their aircraft. Even replacing the carpet or refurbishing the cabin can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. After several years, many owners choose to modernize the interior to maintain the aircraft value. Cabin refurbishment projects frequently cost $1 million or more. Then comes depreciation. Many people think of a private jet as an investment, but in reality, most private jets lose value over time. Just like luxury cars, newer aircraft eventually become older models. Technology improves. New engines become more fuel efficient. Cabins become more advanced. As a result, resale values decline. A jet purchase for $30 million may lose several $1,000,000 in value over the first few years, depending on market conditions, aircraft age, maintenance history, and demand. Depreciation is not a bill that arrives in the mail, but it is one of the biggest financial costs of ownership. When the owner decides to sell, the aircraft may be worth far less than what they originally paid. All of these expenses begin adding up very quickly. Let's look at a realistic example. Imagine someone owns a mid-sized private jet that flies about 300 hours per year. Hangar costs might total around $120,000. Insurance could be $60,000. Routine maintenance might reach $400,000. Pilot salaries and crew expenses could exceed $450,000. Fuel may cost around $700,000. Management fees could add another $150,000. Airport fees, catering, cleaning, navigation charges, and other operating expenses might easily contribute another $300,000. Without including depreciation or unexpected repairs, the owner is already spending well over $2 million every year simply to keep the aircraft flying. And for larger ultra-long-range business jets, annual operating costs of $4 million to $8 million are not unusual. That raises an important question. If owning a private jet is this expensive, Why do so many wealthy people still choose to buy one instead of simply chartering flights whenever they need them? So, if the costs are this high, why do so many wealthy people still own private jets? The answer comes down to one word: time. For billionaires, CEOs, professional athletes, entertainers, and successful entrepreneurs, time is often more valuable than money. A business executive may need to visit 3 different cities in a single day. Doing that on commercial airlines could take 2 or even 3 days because of flight schedules, security lines, delays, and layovers. A private jet allows them to leave when they want, land closer to their destination, finish their meetings, and return home the same day. For someone whose business generates millions of dollars every week, saving several hours on every trip can be worth far more than the cost of operating the aircraft. Privacy is another major advantage. Commercial airports are crowded. Passengers go through long security lines, wait at busy gates, and share the cabin with hundreds of strangers. Private jet owners have a completely different experience. They usually arrive at a private terminal just minutes before departure. Their luggage is handled quickly. They board almost immediately, and the aircraft takes off without the long boarding process that commercial passengers experience. Business discussions can continue during the flight without worrying about confidential information being overheard. Some passengers even sign major business contracts while flying. However, convenience does not eliminate the financial reality. Many financial experts point out that owning a private jet only makes sense for a very small number of people. This is why many wealthy individuals choose another option instead of purchasing an aircraft outright. One popular alternative is chartering. Instead of buying a jet, customers simply rent one whenever they need it. The hourly charter rate depends on the aircraft size. A light jet may cost between $3,000 and $5,000 per flight hour. Although these prices may sound expensive, charter customers avoid many of the ownership costs. They do not pay for hangars. They do not hire pilots. They do not pay annual insurance. They do not worry about maintenance. They simply pay for the hours they fly. Another option is fractional ownership. Instead of buying the entire aircraft, several individuals share ownership. For example, someone might purchase a 1/4 share of a jet. They gain access to the aircraft for a certain number of flying hours each year, while sharing operating costs with the other owners. This reduces expenses while still providing many of the benefits of private aviation. There are also jet membership programs. Instead of owning part of an aircraft, members pay annual fees and receive guaranteed access to private jets whenever they need them. These programs have become increasingly popular because they offer flexibility without requiring someone to spend tens of millions of dollars purchasing an aircraft. Even many billionaires choose these alternatives instead of owning their own jets. There is another hidden cost that many people overlook: unexpected repairs. Aircraft are incredibly reliable, but they are also extremely complex. A modern business jet contains thousands of components. If an important system fails unexpectedly, repairs can become very expensive. Replacing advanced avionics may cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. Repairing structural damage after even a minor incident can cost millions. Sometimes replacement parts must be specially manufactured or shipped from overseas, increasing both costs and downtime. While the aircraft is being repaired, the owner may still be paying crew salaries, insurance, hangar rent, and financing costs, even though the jet is not flying. Financing is another expense. Not every private jet is purchased with cash. Many buyers finance part of the purchase through loans. Imagine financing $40 million at current interest rates. Over several years, interest payments alone can add millions of dollars to the total cost of ownership. That means the actual amount paid over the life of the aircraft can be much higher than its original purchase price. Taxes also play an important role. Aircraft ownership involves sales taxes, property taxes in some states, registration fees, and various federal aviation taxes. Depending on how the aircraft is used, owners may qualify for certain tax deductions, especially if the jet is operated primarily for business purposes. However, tax rules are complex and usually require specialized accountants and aviation tax professionals, adding another layer of expense. Each year, they spend approximately $250,000 on hangar storage, $250,000 on insurance, around $1 million on maintenance, approximately $800,000 on pilots and crew, roughly $1.5 million on fuel, around $300,000 on aircraft management, nearly $500,000 on airport fees, navigation charges, cleaning, and catering. That already totals more than $4.5 million every single year, and that estimate does not include depreciation, financing costs, major engine overhauls, cabin upgrades, or unexpected repairs. Once those additional expenses are included, annual ownership costs can easily climb to $6 million or even $8 million. Over 10 years, an owner could spend well over $100 million when combining the purchase price with operating expenses. That is why financial advisors often say the purchase price is only the ticket to enter the world of private jet ownership. The real challenge is paying for everything that comes afterward. Private jets are incredible machines. They provide unmatched convenience, flexibility, privacy, and speed. They allow people to reach destinations that commercial airlines cannot easily serve. For the right owner, they are valuable business tools that save time and improve productivity. In the end, a private jet is not just a symbol of wealth. It is a financial commitment that only a tiny percentage of people in the world can comfortably afford. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to learn more about the hidden costs behind luxury lifestyles, expensive assets, and the financial decisions of the world's wealthiest people, don't forget to subscribe to Raymap's Profit Lab. If you found this video informative, leave a like, share it with someone who loves learning about money, and let us know in the comments what luxury expense surprised you the most. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.